Recently, I've noticed a trend happening in financial markets that has really started to disturb me. I've noticed this through comments we get here on YouTube, along with emails I receive on a daily basis. And this trend is that most traders are losing their accounts. They're losing money hand over fist and have no way to actually get it back. They don't understand the principles that trading in any financial market truly consists of, and because of that, they end up blowing entire accounts. So in this video, I'm going to do all I can to help you avoid that detrimental situation. And I'm going to do that right after the intro and disclaimer. So go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and subscribe here to the trading channel. If you're new, join the over 140,000 traders just like you, and click the notification bell to be alerted about our weekly videos we come out with here at the trading channel. I'll see you guys directly after the intro. All right, welcome back, traders. So in today's video, again, we're going to discuss what trading truly is, because it seems to me, based on the comments and emails that I've been receiving, that most traders don't know. They don't understand what the process is to becoming a professional trader. Unfortunately, you're probably very similar to most other traders. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just unfortunate that you haven't had a chance to receive the correct kind of information. Most traders tend to believe and come into the markets with this type of mindset: I want to trade to make more money. Nobody really loves staring at candlestick charts. If you do, that's awesome, but that's not very common. What normally happens is every person getting into the financial markets is here to make extra money. And you want to make extra money as fast as possible. For that reason, most people throw their life savings, all that they have, into financial markets, and they start trading immediately. This is one thing that I want you to know right now. This is unfortunate, and I'm sorry if this is not the expectation you had, and this may not be what you want to hear, but it is what you need to hear. If you are within the first 3 to 6 months of your trading career, and you have never had any type of training whatsoever, and all you've done is scoured YouTube videos, you don't understand the process, you don't have a systematic approach to trading, if you're within your first 3 to 6 months, the chances of you losing your entire account balance are extremely high. They are very, very high, of you completely losing all of your money. Again, not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. You have to understand that you're not going to jump into finance. It's very difficult here. The financial markets are a war zone, and it's extremely hard. And what you're doing without educating yourself first, if you just throw your entire account balance into a trading account and just start trading, you're essentially trying to push a car up a hill that's out of gas by yourself. Wouldn't a better situation be to get some gas for that car, fill it up, and drive it up the hill? That situation, the second scenario, is what happens whenever you actually educate yourself first and understand the situation that has to take place in order for trading to give you a positive expectancy. If you're just out here blindly placing trades based on a YouTube video you saw, or based on something some other guru has told you, some strategy that works perfect, you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle in place. If all you have is a strategy and you don't understand the risk management that has to be involved because of the drawdown that strategy will inevitably have, and this may be going over your head. If you're brand new, I'm going to explain more about this in this video. It's going to be a bit of a long one, and again, may not be full of charts. We are going to discuss a couple of trades, but before we do that, it's very, very important that you understand the true process of becoming a professional trader. It's not jumping into markets with your life savings and then becoming rich. If that's what you're going after, you need to slow down if the financial market is what you want to be in. You either need to slow down or stop completely, because you will lose your entire account balance. The market does not play around. So with that said, what is the process of, let's say, putting gas in that car and just driving up the hill instead of trying to push it by yourself? Well, that process consists of a timely process of learning how to actually trade. What do I mean by that? Well, in order to start trading, you don't just need a specific strategy. You don't just need to go out there and look up the world's best strategy, because without knowing the performance of that strategy in the past and what it's likely to do in the future when it comes to losing money, you see, all strategies have losses, right? So if that specific strategy, let's say, wins 60 or 70% of the time, but has a situation where it loses 10 trades in a row, you're not going to be prepared for that because you didn't test the strategy. You didn't back test. You don't know what the strategy comes with when it comes to drawdown. So if you have those 10 losses in a row, and let's say you are like the individual we were talking about at the beginning, you're someone that just threw his life savings into trading and started going, more than likely you're risking a pretty large percentage of your account every time you place a trade. With that being the case, those 10 losses in a row will take your balance from wherever it's at to zero if you have poor risk management. But they may be a completely natural and normal part of that trading strategy. You were just unaware of the risks involved with the trading strategy whenever you started trading. And that's an unfortunate trap that most traders fall into, and that's what I want you to be able to avoid after this video. So again, the process goes like this. You need to master the basics of the Forex market. You need to understand what the Forex market is, understand what a pip is. You need to understand what a currency pair is, what it means to go long and short. I had a question the other day from a trader that was asking me, he was trading with a live account and asking me how to place a short trade in his brokerage account. If you don't know how to place a short or long trade in a brokerage account, do not trade with live money. That's not, it drives me crazy to hear questions like that. To hear questions about extremely basic knowledge and then know that that specific trader is actually trading with live money. Again, you're pushing a car up a hill just using yourself. You're avoiding the situation where you just put gas in the car, crank it up, and drive it. You're avoiding the easy route and taking the hard route on purpose. And you're taking the route that normally leads to a trader losing their entire account balance. If you don't know how to place a trade in your brokerage account, you shouldn't be trading with live money. I know you want to make money quickly, but it takes a little bit of time in anything you try. There is no such thing as getting rich overnight. So learning how to place a trade in a brokerage account is going to be a part of the basic knowledge that you need to understand in order to even begin trading in the Forex market. Not even begin trading, but begin your education process. That's a part of the basics. Directly after learning the basics, you need to start studying technical analysis. You need to understand what a candlestick is, what structure, support, and resistance are, what trending markets are, indicators, entry reasons. These are going to be the tools that you have to build your edge over the market. And your edge of the market is nothing more than your strategy or system you decide to trade. Now, there are different processes of doing this. You can absolutely take all of that information, master technical analysis when it comes to candlesticks, entry reasons, indicators, structure, and trend. You can take all of that and create your own strategy, or you can go out and learn a strategy from someone else. The next process is what's important. After either learning or creating that strategy, you must take it and backtest it. You must look through historical charts, historical data, and find situations that exactly match the rules for your trend, the rules for your structure and entry reason, the rules for your stop and target placement, which you must create in that system. You need to test this, 1, to build your confidence and discipline, 2, to figure out what type of drawdown is likely to occur with that system, and 3, to see what your overall expectancy is. We have a 4th reason, which is optimizing that strategy. Strategies are going to work great for some pairs and work terrible for others. You need to optimize so that you're only trading that strategy on the best pairs, therefore minimizing your drawdown and maximizing your profit potential. That's only step number 4 out of about 8 steps you need to have. At this point, you're still not ready. And this is a process that's going to take months, right? And then you're still not quite ready to go live with your trading. At this point, you have to build a risk management plan based on those backtesting results. You have to see, okay, in historical data, I saw that I had 7 losses in a row, or a big drawdown here. What percentage of my account balance do I need to be risking for that drawdown to be a number I'm comfortable with? Are you comfortable losing 20% of your account balance? Let's say you're risking 2% per trade, and that's what the drawdown ends up being based on those backtesting results. Well, now it's time to maybe adjust that risk per trade to 1% and get yourself down to a 10% drawdown instead of a 20% drawdown. And then it's also a big reality check once you do this backtesting, because again, there's no process where you get rich overnight. You're going to wildly overestimate what your strategy system, what your trading can do over the course of about 3 to 6 months, and you'll probably be wildly underestimating what it can do in 2 to 3 years. In 2 to 3 years, you can see substantial growth with a good strategy. In 2 to 3 months, it's not going to look that way, unfortunately, especially starting with a smaller account balance. But this is the process you must go through to be profitable. So at this point, you have your strategy backtested, your risk management plan created. Now, you need to go through the process of demo trading for 3 months to 6 months at least, maybe a little more. It depends on what you're comfortable with, right? You have to be comfortable with the strategy after your demo trading process. That's not something I can decide. So now you have to go through the process of demo trading. One reason for this is to make sure that your system, your strategy can be performed by you based on your schedule. Maybe you have a full-time job. Maybe you have kids to look after. Maybe you have other obligations that you must consider during a trading day. And so your demo trading process lets you know whether or not you can perform the strategy the same as it performed in the back testing based on your schedule. It also goes, again, with building discipline and confidence. Another reason for this demo trading. Now, once you've done all of that, once all of these steps are finally complete, that's when you can take and say, okay, now I've prepared. Now I've prepared to defend my empire. Let's look at it like you're a Roman warrior and trading is the battle and your empire is your account balance. You must prepare. You must put in the effort beforehand to practice your skills to make sure that no one comes and takes your empire or your trading account, because that is exactly what will happen if you refuse to do any of those steps. If you decide that you're not willing to do what it takes to become a professional trader, stop looking for the easy way, because that's just going to lead, unfortunately, to a lower account balance for you if you keep looking for the easy way out. If you don't think you have what it takes, your best decision right now isn't to keep looking for the easy way. Unfortunately, if you don't think you have what it takes to put in the work, your best decision is probably to stop trading altogether. And I know that's harsh, and I honestly in no way should be saying that as a trading coach, right? But I want what's best for you. I'm in this to actually help traders. And I know for a fact that if you aren't willing to put in that necessary effort that I just talked about, it's going to be wildly probable that you end up with either a lower account balance or losing your entire account balance altogether. So that's something you really need to put in perspective. Hopefully that little rant helps you avoid what so many traders have been commenting to me and emailing me about really not understanding the process of becoming a professional trader. They just, again, believe, most of them, and again, I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with believing that. It's just they haven't had a chance to receive the correct information. And I'm getting a lot of emails and a lot of comments of traders that don't understand the path to profitable trading. Although I've tried my best to put that information here on our YouTube channel for absolutely free, I'm trying to clear it up yet again here in this video, and I hope it's been helpful. We're going to keep this video rolling. I'm going to show you guys a trade we just sent out in the Pro Trader Report, one of my top trading opportunities I'm looking at this week, and it's actually on the Euro Aussie chart. We've been staring at this chart, or you probably have, since we started this video, but let's go ahead and take a look at this chart and why I'm considering this zone between 1.581 and 1.58777. We got to be a little more specific than that. 1.5810 and 1.5877. This zone is where I'm going to be looking for trend continuation opportunities out of the Euro Aussie this week. I'll put a picture of the Pro Trader Report somewhere on the screen to one of these sides. The Pro Trader Report is something we sent out to members of the Pro Trader Report, which is our newest program that we have here at the trading channel. And what it is my top 3 to 5 trading zones on currency pairs that I'm looking at for trading opportunities. For instance, as you can see in this one specifically, talks about us looking for trend continuation out of the Euro Aussie right here. If you're interested in the Pro Trader Report, there is a link in the description. It comes with a full little mini course along with emails like this once a week of the zones I'm going to be trading in. But for this specific zone, let's talk about why I was interested in this as a trading opportunity for trend continuation here on the Euro Aussie. Well, as you can see, the reasoning for this was quite simple. We have a level of structure here. Looking left, the market came into. As soon as we came into that level, what happened? Well, of course, we have the flash crash long wick right here. The market then pushed down, pushed back up, pushed down again. Excuse me. A little bit sick still. I've been under the weather for a few days. We have our 1, 2, 3 move, this indicating that we could see a possible reversal out of this market from this previous uptrend, this little 1, 2, 3 move. We then get another move up and trend continuation. Now that we're in trend continuation, I really dislike this green color. I'm gonna do black now. Okay, so now that we're in trend continuation, we know one of our most likely areas for this market to continue in that trend continuation is this previous level of support. We talk about this a lot on this channel. This is one of those mastering technical analysis situations. This is something you need to really master and understand, is that these levels of structure that have a big push off of them like this, that also have been levels of structure looking left in the past multiple times, they can make for highly accurate places to look for trading opportunities out of. And we call these places OTZs. That's something you'll learn about if you decide to opt in for the Pro Trader Report. We actually have a full course on OTZs, but OTZ stands for optimal trading zones. And that's what we're looking at right here. This is an optimal trading zone where we're going to be looking for possible trades for trend continuation to the downside based on the trend of this market currently, because of this reversal situation we saw from this level of resistance, looking left right here. And not only that, but also looking at this level as a major level of structure because of how many times it's been tested looking left. If we throw this on the screen, just a little horizontal line here, you can see that this market has tested this level as resistance, support, support, resistance, and resistance in through here, resistance here, support here. As we're coming back up into this level again, all that this information, all combining this information is telling us is that we have a high likelihood chance of this market using this level of structure, support, or resistance again. Considering the trend we're in and that the market just broke structure support, we're looking at this level as resistance. So that's what we're looking for this week. Let's drop down to a smaller time frame and talk about how we can actually do this. How would we get involved in this? Well, we don't really discuss entry reasons much here on this channel. It would be unfair to people that are paying for the EAP training program, as that's where we have all of our entries at. But entries aren't, I don't have a monopoly on great entries. Entries can, I look like a unicorn. Oh my gosh. Entries can be anything. You can use regular candlestick entry patterns, a shooting star, a hammer candle. You can combine different candlestick entry patterns. You can use price action patterns, double tops, double bottoms, head and shoulders patterns. Your entry reason is just what you test and verify through the market that's giving you an advantage. So just do that, do the work, go out and look for these entry reasons, figure out which ones work best for your specific strategy or your specific levels of structure that you look at like this, and use it. That's all I use is candlestick entry patterns or price action patterns. There's no big, huge secret. I have very specific rules for them and very specific ways I trade them, very specific rules for stops and targets, which allowed me to have an edge over the market. That's what we discussed in the EAP training program. That's the actual entry reasons we discussed, but there's nothing secretive about them, really. There's no big, huge secret to make them the best entry reasons in the world. So just go through the market and find your own entries. Let's just use a very simple example here, dropping down to the 1 hour chart. This is something we've discussed multiple times on the channel too, and I'm actually gonna have to put a RSI on here. So hold on just a second. I didn't have one on this chart specifically. So if we scroll down, I've also had a lot of questions about TradingView. So if there are any of you that are having a lot of trouble understanding this platform, the TradingView platform, put your questions below, and I'm going to do a full tutorial on how to place trades through TradingView, how to maybe even link up your broker with TradingView, how to find the indicators that I have, and things like that. So if you have any questions about stuff like that, if I get enough comments like that in the description, then in the comment section, then I'll actually do a full tutorial on that. But let's go back to this. Sorry, I got off track for a second. We have our OTZ, or optimal trading zone, based on structure and trend on a higher time frame. Now we're on a 1 hour chart. So what if on this 1 hour chart, after doing the preemptive analysis of the preemptive technical analysis mastery we have, right? We've already done that. So now we've used those technical analysis skills to point out an optimal zone to place a trade from. What if we then use the things we know about price action patterns? And maybe you don't know this yet. We have plenty of videos on double tops and double bottoms, which is what we're going to use here. But the age-old pattern of a double top works really well in overbought scenarios, and we're already at an OTZ, or an optimal trading zone. So what we can see here possibly is this market pushing up. Maybe we get another leg up, and when we do, the market goes overbought. When we go overbought here, and if we're still in our OTZ, when we go overbought, maybe then we look for a possible double top. And when we get that double top, maybe we look down here at the RSI and say, well, we have a double top and we have RSI divergence. And if we have double top and RSI divergence, then I go short here, stop above here, target wherever you want to put a target. And I'm not telling you to trade that whatsoever. I'm saying this is an example of how you could create an entry reason for this. So take the information from this video, go out and test it for yourself. Hopefully it'll provide some really good value for you. Hopefully this information in this video will keep you from being in the majority area of traders that end up losing not only a little bit of money, but sometimes blowing entire accounts. I know this will be helpful for those of you who are extremely serious about trading, and that's who I'm really trying to help. So if that's you, make sure you click that like button, make sure you're subscribed here. If you're interested in the Pro Trader Report to get my OTZs each and every week, it's an extremely inexpensive program, and the description for that is in the link. Is a link in the description. So check that out if you're interested. Again, leave me a comment about TradingView platform if you need anything, any kind of help on that. And if I get enough, I'll do a full tutorial. Am I leaving anything out? No, I am not. Oh, follow us on the socials. Check out Instagram, Facebook. Links are in the description. There'll also be links for other videos I think you would find very helpful. So check all of that out in the description. And I am now completely finished. My throat hurts. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Talk soon. See ya.